Yeah, I didn't, and that's where I guess a little bit of my frustration was. So, that there wasn't any communication with that. And like I said, it's a crazy environment. The officiating crew's got a lot of going on, so I get that and I understand that. My frustration during the football game was just getting an explanation. Now, I should be better than that, but it really didn't get any, and those are unfortunate situations. What I was really proud of, though, is our kids' tremendous ability to overcome the loss of two, what you would say are be very good football players for us this year.
In your estimation, was the second one sparing?
Yeah, it's really hard until I see the videotape. Obviously, like I said, officials got a hard job, and I've got the utmost respect for any officiating crew that comes out here and does what they do. And I think they're working as hard as they can to make the right call. So I have to go with that. Obviously, would have been the right call. Obviously our young center struggled at times tonight. In terms of hearing the cadence, and that's unfortunate. We thought we had a really good play. There were multiple options that would have been a part of it, and thought we had the perfect play called. But again, those things happen. We went then back and had a couple options on the next play as well, and just weren't able to execute in a critical moment. Well, I would certainly think our kids and how they play give us hope. I couldn't ask for a group of kids to work any harder than what our kids do. And I really think this group's gotten better, as the season's gone on, and it's a really young football team in a lot of ways. It's got a chance to have a senior class that's maybe, there's a lot of guys that played a lot of football in this upcoming senior class that have had a huge impact. So I think our leadership coming into this coming year has got a chance to be really special, which is exciting from my end of it. I think that's a credit to the last two senior classes and what they've taught us of how to do things the right way. And I really just think it's detail. Again, I've said this and I'll always say this: our margin for error with the people we play and the opponents we play against is always going to be small. So tackling in space, running and converting the right routes, throwing the ball to the right people, taking care of the football, those things got to be the difference maker. And you turn it over 3 times in a football game like we did today, it's really hard for us to win, and it doesn't matter who we play. And that's not to knock Washington State at all, because they're a tremendous football team. That's just, we got to know who we are and what gives us the best chance for Iowa State to be really successful. I really don't think it was a huge factor from that standpoint of it. I really think the noise, was a major factor, and especially for our young center who has played really good football for us. And again, I put that as much on me as anybody, where, do we need to have a different cadence? We tried to do some different things to help him out through the game, but, it certainly got really loud in there at times. So I think just handling the environment more than anything, especially as those environments continue to escalate with the noise, we got to do a better job, and that's really on the head football coach. Yeah, I didn't think Brock was, even bad early. I think he made the right reads, and, it just, a couple unfortunate situations. Their guy made a great play on the ball, and, just some situations that were what they were. But it's what I love about Brock. I mean, his moxie and his consistency. It's great to have guys like Akeem and David to get the ball to, and those guys made some great plays on the ball. But I think what he has the ability to do is play the next play, and it's what makes Brock Purdy really special. And I thought he did a lot of things in a really powerful way tonight that continue to show his growth. So it'd be really fun to watch him and get him into the winter and watch him continue to grow. 1-3 to 7-8, and the ability to turn the tide. It's gutsy. I think if you look at the teams that started the football season 1-3 around the country, and the teams that had the ability to recover like this group did, it's really powerful. And I think this group has got a really powerful story. Obviously we came up short tonight, and that's unfortunate, but I think those shortcomings will only guide us going forward. But what this senior class, what this team did this year, really powerful, because I think a lot of people wrote us off at 1-3, and probably should have. But the reality of it is, in our walls, our kids kept believing, and I think that's more powerful than anything else going on. And to be honest with you, it's why I think these kids can leave this, wherever they're going tonight or tomorrow, and they can have their heads held really high, because what they've done and what they stood for in changing a culture, like Brian said, it continues to change in a really positive direction. And for that, I'm really proud of this group.